Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into Toe in the Line Week 10, your NFL quick kickoff show with yours truly, Joey Nips.
That's Joey Nips with 3 S's if you're looking to find me on Twitter. Take my follows, take my shitty posts, whatever you may need. We're 7-3 going into Thursday night. Let's get Week 10, toe in the line, and get it on.
Bro, we'll put it like that. What's it like? I was actually there in attendance in Cleveland for Cove's first career NFL touchdown, which was awesome. And,
Awesome.
It was a great game. You could hear me on camera. I was just screaming, "Say it ain't so, Cove! Say it ain't so!" Sadly, from there, the game kind of went off the rails a little. That was the last high moment of that game, but it was a great game. Overtime loss, fun time.
Yeah.
But how was that moment for you? Seeing the first, whether it was on TV, in person, wherever you were, seeing his first NFL touchdown. How was that?
Well, dude, I mean, we were at home because it was a away game. We don't travel to a lot of the away games because we can get into that later. But, to watch that and to think I wished I was there live. So to have your video was so cool. And just say, this is so cool. I mean, that was so cool for us. Catching it from Tom Brady, right? Like, he's got the ball yet. I mean, first NFL touchdown means a lot, right? I mean, as a dad, that's so cool to see. And it was fun to watch. And, it didn't have the outcome we wanted, but still the same. What a memory. What a memory to have, right? So,
and honestly,
cool.
those one of the best guests ever, the Buccateers in the house tonight. You guys hear him on Tampa radio all the time. He's one of the best in the business. My favorite personal in the business. That's why I'm elated tonight. Growing up in the Chicago area, you're used to sports radio. That's what gets me through the day. So this man does help get me through the day, I will say, with the Pat and Aaron show at work. Nothing like it. So it's incredible. It looks like we got Stunna bumbling in. I'm Tampa Tones. We are joined by lead goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little clear. But we're joined by Pat Donovan.
It looks like Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like you got a little...
No, my camera's broke.
And he was trying to pull me in big time. And then I was like, nothing's happened with Indianapolis yet. Like, I really want to give Indy a chance. And then also I talked to Cody Gruden, once he took over Rich McCann, and still like, well, look, I was like, y'all just give me the opportunity to explore free agency, see what's going on, and then can I make it do it.
All right, everyone, you are tuned into the Buccateers with wide receiver Kalen Geiger, and we are about to have a great pod. This is the Buccateers. You're tapped in, and here we go. It's already time again with your friend Toe in the Line, Week 10, hard to believe, with Joey Nips.
Yep, and you said it. Week 10 is crazy. Miami last week. I went out on a limb being 7-2. I won't do that again. Lamar Jackson came back, 4 touchdowns. Are the Ravens back? Huh? Whatever. We're on to this week's game. Let's get it on.
It's that time to get out those quarters and flip the coin for the opening coin toss with yours truly, Joey Nips.
Back-to-back weeks have had back, gone. Chris Berman style as we do it here. Shout out to the legendary man himself. But we have Raiders. The Raiders. At the Broncos. The Raiders really pissed me off last week. Jaguars get in a win. Could have helped out my Colts, but we'll get to that. Broncos minus 9.5. I like it where it's at right there. 10 could be a little much with a backdoor cover, but like I said, I'm not screwing up this week and taking the points. I'm giving them Broncos at home against a reeling Raiders team. 7-2 Broncos are tied with the Colts and New England up there. So for me, this will be, I don't know about the score. I can't decide. I just don't think Raiders score a lot of points. I can almost see him being in that 27 to 30, 30 to 13, 30 to 16 type of game. Broncos big at home. Upsets me to say that is my team's tied for number 1 seed, but that's what happens when you have the Raiders sometimes. So give me Denver. Give up the points.
It's time to take a deep dive into the AFC South with the Colts, the Jaguars, the Titans, and the Texans for the state of the AFC South with Joey Nips.
Yep, took one on the chin. That's why I just did that. Colts now 7-2, worst offensive performance of the year. 6 turnovers, never want to see it. 1 came on special teams. 5 came from the offense. The offensive line struggled. Daniel Jones struggled. The run game. One of those days at the office. I rather get it out of the – hey, we still only lost 27-20, and a lot of bad shit happened. So hopefully that's a one-off. We've had, 8 straight weeks of pretty much greatness to this point. So it happens. Hopefully it's a one-off. We go to Germany this week in the morning game, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central against the Atlanta Falcons. Bijan and London doing great things there. So those are the 2 guys the Colts will have to watch out for. But hey, we're getting saucy. And I'm ecstatic. I got over that loss quick. I don't care about first-round picks, draft picks. First off, Ballard's good rounds like 2 through 5. Round 1 hasn't been maybe the strength. Jonathan Taylor was a 2. Pittman was a 2. And who knows where he could be in 2 years. This is the best the Colts have been in a while. The most stable offense. And we now have Sauce Gardner, Mooney Ward, and Kenny Moore. They'll be vultures with Bynum and Cross back there. So that was rejuvenation. He's in this week coming off concussion protocol. Looks like he'll be able to go Sunday and travel with the team as they leave out on Thursday. So, boy, was I a happy person at the trade deadline. And Jets, you should be happy too for collecting all the draft picks. Way to be. The Jaguars are coming off a victory. Congrats to them. 5-3. Now, 1 2-point conversion away from the Raiders beating them. You had Lockett open in the back of the end zone, and it gets batted at the line of scrimmage. Just was a dagger. But, hey, kudos to the Jaguars, 5-3. They muscled it through off their bye week. They're at Houston this week, who's 3-5. We'll talk about them, too. They not only lost, they lost C.J. Stroud for that game for the rest of it. And now they officially lose him this week as reports came out. So, must win for Houston with Davis Mills. He's a good backup, so he could, come along. And they always play tough, especially with that defense and always against the Jaguars. So I look for this to be a really intriguing game. To me, the winner of the game, even if it's Houston, who'd still be 4-5 and the Jags would be 5-4, whoever wins this game has the best chance to contend with Indi for the number 1 spot. Because to me, that's that critical. This is already their second time playing, so the options are out the window after that. And the Texans really need this one. It's even bigger for them than Jacksonville, but I truly believe Texans can win, get Stroud back. They could find some magic there. As they have played better. They beat San Fran, they lost to Denver, 2 tough teams. And the Titans, they're probably glad to have a bye week. Smoke your cigars, drink some whiskey, go see the family, get the hell out of Dodge. 1-8. It's not going well. They'll have a new coach next year, but hopefully between a new coach and Ward, they could start a good cycle there instead of the clownish shit that you hear, right? It's just one of those things. So, again, the Colts 7-2 in Germany, Jags 5-3, play Houston at 3-5, and the Titans at 1-8, and that's the state of the AFC South.
It's time to raise your glass to Coach Gregg Schiano and an ode to Coach Schiano and get those toes on the line with yours truly, Joey Nips.
Get out of here. I do that too much. We are toeing the line on 2 topics today, and I want to bring up the Arizona Cardinals. They won Monday, but they got a little bit of a problem here to me. 3-5. Coming off a nicer 4-5, whatever they are, they're under 500. And Jacoby Brissett's going to be the starter for the rest of the year. Kyler Murray's out 4 to 8 weeks. But they're choosing Jacoby even with all of that because he's done it. He's gotten the ball in the good offense. I've seen it against my team in Indy. He's gotten the ball to McBride again. You know, Marvin Harrison Jr. is getting more in rhythm. And it just seems like the offense has some tempo because under Gannon, the defense is pretty good. Calais Campbell and the boys do it well. But Kyler Murray, I'm towing the line on you. You're guaranteed $160 million, so you'll be fine no matter what happens through 2028. But will it be with Arizona? Is enough enough? When do the trials and samples and tribulations run out? I think you're still okay, but I'm towing the line on not being all right about it, and it's mostly due to the money you're owed. So watch out, buddy, on that one. And the one I'm going crazy on today, just crazy. Time is going by too fast. We just got done with Halloween. I see there's Christmas music on the radio. Stop it. As Mike Ditka said, stop it. Coaches coach and players play. We have 2 months. I'll be fine with Christmas music and all that, even the week of Thanksgiving, because you just get those great holiday vibes. But already, first off, I don't want that winter weather. It's already getting cold. Second off, I'm going by way too fast. Now we got to get ready for Christmas, and my family loves it. We do it big. It's going to be great, but holy smokes, the Peter Griffin gift. Whoa. Let's wait on that shit, please. For the love of God. I mean, we're moving on to Sunday.
It's time for a sweet treat for Sunday with yours truly, Joey Nips.
Shout out. We do got to go back to last week where we looked at the NFC West and the AFC West and who's going to come out of there alive. Well, 5 of the teams did. Because no offense, Raiders in Arizona, until you get to 500, we're not going to put you that much on the map of that contention. Broncos and Chargers 6-3, Broncos 7-2, both staying ahead of the Chiefs. That was huge for them since the Bills beat the Chiefs. They got, a nice treat there. They could have a big one because they're like, phew, another week out of Dodge. I mean, you saw the Chargers take the Chiefs week 1. They'll rematch here soon, and then the Broncos are just the head of the chariot right now. So kudos. NFC West, Rams win as expected. San Fran wins as expected. And Seattle, tough one in Washington. They just blow the doors off them. Sam Darnold's out the talk of the town, MVP. Seattle, you get the biggest Sunday on that one from last week. Rams and San Fran get one too, don't get me wrong. But Seattle, very impressive. Get a lot of people to talk about you this week. Speaking of this week, week 10 potential treats. My small one is going to be from the Ravens and Vikings game. And why? Ravens 3-5, Lamar's second game back. They need a win again. Pittsburgh got a nice win against Indy. They showed who they are. I know, Cincy and Cleveland, obviously kind of out of it, but you need to get up here. AFC's tough. Go on the road. Where Minnesota just is coming home with confidence, getting that Detroit win on the road. Because I say it about Minnesota and the NFC North. They're in last right now. They're tied for it. Packers are ahead. Lions. I mean, this division's tough. You need to stay the course. This is week 2. Week 2 of McCarthy back. So McCarthy and Lamar, both a couple of weeks into it, obviously on way different scales of their career. Big game, small treat goes out to the winner. And the big treat, a lot of you Tampa fans out there would like it between Tampa and New England. We have a huge one. Nance and Romo will be at the game. But really, Bucs win this one. You're the cream of the crop. NFC, and you're unhealthy. Eagles are pretty healthy, pretty all together. You guys are doing it with injury, so you'd be there. And Patriots, if you get to 8-2, Colts have been the darling of the AFC this entire time. This week with us losing and you winning, Drake May is getting a lot of the AFC talk like darling the NFC. And man, talk about being the darling at 8-2. Depending on what the Colts and Broncos do, you might have a big treat waiting for you in Tampa after that game as well. So small one, Ravens, Vikings, the big cake, Pats and Bucks. Those are my treats.
It's time to get those hands dirty with some locker room talk and close things out for week 10 of Towing the Line with yours truly, Joey Nips.
All right. Speaking of Tampa Bay, that is where I am headed this weekend with the fam. See some Buccateers podcasts, or see a lot of great weather, great beer, what? Great sports, what? Great activities, what? Family, what? It goes on and on, Stone Cold Steve Austin style. I can't wait to get out of Chicago and have a couple days off work and just truly, we love going to Tampa in the winter because it gets us out of the cold into the warm. And we just get to, so that's one thing I'll be looking forward to. I do want to look back on something that was amazing, though. The World Series was epic. Probably a top 5 World Series of all time based off of the old heads going, the young kids, whatever you want to look at. 7 games of greatness. Blue Jays, I had my money on you. You had plenty of chances, but the Dodgers go back-to-back. Even though I hate them, they get the kudos. Don't carry your most expensive roster. You still got to play it out and win it all. And then lastly, a little selfish thing for me, but if you do not follow the NBA, the Chicago Bulls are 6-1, and they had a comeback last night where they were down 25 points. It was awesome to see. I watched the entire game. I know a lot of people are focused on the football Americano, but man, did the Bulls show up, and this is a very fun team to watch. There's a lot of shady shit. We've talked about it going on in the NBA right now, but not with Chi-Town Bulls. I feel like I just got backpedaled on. On that note, week 10. Gotta look everywhere I go. It's week 10. We toed the line. We talked about our Thursday night bet. Where's the Sunday treats going? Fans out there, if you haven't, like I said, followed me at Joey Nips with 3 S's, get on it. Good and bad, laugh at the big head, small brain, and let's see what happens. I can't wait to get on a flight to Tampa, like I said, get in the nice weather, and we'll be back next week with a tan and hopefully a lot of dubs. Out.
Bro, we'll put it like that.
Nice.
What's it like? I was actually there in attendance in Cleveland for Coe's first career NFL touchdown, which was awesome. And,
Awesome.
It was a great game. You could hear me on camera. I was just screaming, "Say it ain't so, Coe! Say it ain't so!" Sadly, from there, the game kind of went off the rails a little. That was the last high moment of that game, but it was a great game. Overtime loss, fun time.
Yeah.
But how was that moment for you? Seeing the first, whether it was on TV, in person, wherever you were, seeing his first NFL touchdown. How was that?
Well, dude, I mean, we were at home because it was a away game. We don't travel to a lot of the away games because we can get into that later. But, to watch that and to think I wished I was there live. So to have your video was so cool. And just that, hey, this is so cool. I mean, that was so cool for us. Catching it from Tom Brady, right? Like he's got the ball yet. I mean, first NFL touchdown means a lot, right? I mean, as a dad, that's just so cool to see. And it was fun to watch. And, it didn't have the outcome we wanted, but still the same. What a memory! What a memory to have, right? So,
and honestly,
cool.
those. One of the best guests ever, the Buccateers in the house. You guys hear him on Tampa radio all the time. He's one of the best in the business. My favorite personal in the business. That's why I'm elated tonight. Growing up in the Chicago area, you're used to sports radio. That's what gets me through the day. So this man does help get me through the day, I will say, with the Pat and Aaron show at work. Nothing like it. So it's incredible. It looks like we got Stunna bumbling in. I'm Tampa Tones. We are joined by lead goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little clearer. But we're joined by Pat Donovan.
It looks like Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like you got a little...
No, my camera's broke.
And he was trying to pull me in big time. And then I was like, hey, nothing's happened with Indianapolis yet. Like, I really want to give Indy a chance. And then also I talked to Cody Gruden, once he took over Rich McCann, it was still like, well, look, I was like, y'all just give me the opportunity to explore free agency, see what's going on, and then can I make it do it.
All right, everyone, you are tuned into the Buccateers of wide receiver Kalen Geiger, and we are about to have a great pod. This is the Buccateers. You're tapped in, and here we go.